Whoa! Is that you, Sotaro? Who might you be? Nah, don't be mean, man. It's me. Huh? Yuichi Sakura. You've got to remember me. We were in the same class. First year in high school. My name is Sotaro Takizawa, and I'm 25 years old. I used to live in Germany for 9 years, and I was moving back to Japan again. This is Aya Lala Schneider. We got married at 21, and we had a baby boy the year after that. We had the full support of both our parents, and we were able to focus both on our studies and taking care of the baby. The guy we bumped into at the international flight terminal was Yuichi Sakura. He was a former classmate back in high school that I only stayed at for half a year. We weren't close. I'm sure you could tell, but he was very rude. I bet you're moving out to the countryside, huh? No, we're not. And what's this? Your wife's this hot? My wife and I met at university. I went to her campus to give a lecture in her Japanese studies class as a volunteer teacher. Yeah. I won't be listening to any liar stories. Oh, God. Hey, how much did you spend? Excuse me? I'm asking you, how much did you spend to land a hottie like this? How rude. We married for love. I mean, you've always been such a boring guy. There's no way you ever went to a uni abroad. So, you're Miss Aya, right?
Yes. What is it?
I gotta be frank. You should hurry up and divorce him.
What?
Hey, Sakura, back off! Why are you so panicked like that? Well, sorry to inform you, but I don't have time for a leisurely chat. I'm on my way to board my flight heading to Guam. Sure. After a couple of meetings, it's free time from there. I'm gonna have a blast with my girl. You do you. You better work your ass off so your wife doesn't run away. Well, I've got my girl waiting for me, so toodaloo. Despite how he acts, Sakura's family's pretty well off. His dad works for a foreign company, and his mom is a fashion designer. I would call his family comfortable. When I moved out of town in Japan and changed schools during high school, I only explained it as family reasons. I think Sakura just thought up a convenient story and ran with it. The way he looks down on everyone around him, he hasn't changed a bit.
Is this our new home? It looks amazing.
I mean, it's a brand new apartment complex. I'm sure it was the right choice to buy it.
It's always been my dream to live in Japan, so I'm so happy right now.
Well, if you're happy, that's what matters most.
I've been studying translation and working to be an interpreter all throughout university. I've got to work hard and put those skills into action.
You're not just smart and quick-witted, but you're also very caring. I'm sure you'll do great.
Oh, Satoru, you're always over-complimenting me. By the way, that man we ran into at the airport, that was a horrible first impression.
You mean Yuichi Sakura?
Uh-huh.
I don't remember much, but I'm pretty sure he was the bully type since high school.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised. He was bad-mouthing you the whole time back there.
Well, we can't dwell on things forever.
Are you sure?
It's not like we exchanged numbers or anything. It's gonna be okay, honey.
Well, if you say so.
Let's focus on settling in, piecing our lives together in this new home, and let's get you and our little buddy here comfortable in Japan. Of course, I'll always be here to support you.
Thank you so much. Hey, how about we eat out tonight? Daddy! Mommy! Meatloaf! Oh, Litito, you're getting so good at speaking Japanese now, aren't you? Let's work on your German too, okay?
Not just my wife, Aya, but also for our son, Lihito. Moving over to Japan was a totally new experience for him. Forget Sakura. I have to focus on keeping my family happy. I had an online career meeting back in Germany and secured a seat for this new company in Japan. Aya also found a job that she could work from home, and she could use her translating and interpreting skills. 3 months had passed since we had moved into our new home in Japan. One day, our company hosted a study session, for lack of better words, with system engineers from other companies that were competing in similar fields. I was waiting for the other clients in a business room when... Hey, Sotaro! I didn't know that you were a system engineer. This is the worst. Why do I have to run into him? Huh? Excuse me! Are you ignoring me? The meeting hasn't started yet, but I don't want to discuss matters unrelated to our work. Jeez, you're not even that important. Why are you so cocky? I bet you've only been to a shitty university, huh? Say what you like. Hey, like, I'm an SE too, but I'm so good at what I do The company sends me on business trips to places like Guam. Well, good for you. I'm perfectly bilingual, unlike you. I bet you can only scrape by speaking one language. Can you stop this whole boasting story now? What? We're here to work, not to listen to your success story. I'm not interested. You little shit. I told you at the airport. I used to live in Germany for 9 years. You're still not done with that story? I mean, look at your suit. That must be worth nothing. Why are you so delusional like that? You better watch your mouth. What do you mean? That's because I work at MoniRobo Corporation, duh. We're one of the biggest clients for Rookie Firm, the company you work for. What are you trying to say? I'm saying that if you ever anger me, any project or deals that we might be working on can be scrapped in seconds. I'm pretty high up in the ranks for my age, you know. Why am I dealing with this dude? The study session took up the whole day and ended without any disasters. We were taught what to do when certain system errors occur and how to take care of other problems if they were ever to arise. It really helped me to boost my motivation towards this new job. However, when it was my turn to present, Sakura kept throwing petty, mean questions at me and would talk bad about my company in a passive-aggressive way. It was not fun at all. Work and private life are different, I muttered to myself, and prayed to never run into him again. I'm so sorry, honey. I don't think I can make it to the last train tonight.
What's wrong? What happened?
There's something that happened to our company's internal system, and we've never seen this happen before. I have no idea how long it's going to take until it gets fixed.
Okay, well, I guess it can't be helped.
Don't worry, honey. Thanks to the new tips and tricks I learned from the study session with MoniRobo Corp, I think I'll be able to deal with this just fine.
I'm still worried though. Satoru, you're still very new.
Sure, I'm still a newbie, but I do have 2 years of professional training experience in Germany. Even my boss says that he trusts me with this.
I guess that means he really relies on you.
We're a much smaller company compared to MoniRobo. I guess it's just the same everywhere. People with experience get sent to the front lines.
Okay, I get you. Take care, okay?
I'm sorry I'm so dependent on you for taking care of our boy and the housework.
It's okay. The home is my office anyway. It's much easier for me to manage my time. Lahito's down at the nursery during the day, so don't you worry.
I don't know what to say. Thank you so much.
You always wake up early on the weekdays to go to the office too. You're also such a good dad for playing with Lahito on the weekends.
I mean, I'm only in my mid-20s, but I'm a father to an amazing son. I've got to do what I can to support the family.
If that's what you say, I guess we're both central pillars to the family.
Of course you are. You're a professional translator.
It's all thanks to my clients. I've been getting constant offers. I can tell it's only going to get busier.
Our parents are both in Germany, so it might be hard to rely on them. Let's just make sure that we don't both collapse at the same time.
Of course.
You don't have to wait for me to come home. Get some rest with Lihito, okay?
What about dinner?
I'll drop by the convenience store near the office and grab something to eat there.
Okay.
Thank you so much, honey. I love you, Aya. It was close to the end of my office hours, and I finished texting Aya. Instead of packing up, I jumped back to work. The work wasn't just staring at the computer screen. I still had to take care of incoming calls and other normal work errands. Nobody was going home until things were sorted out. I want to run home to give a big hug to Aya and Lihito. I let out a cry in my mind when the phone rang, and I found myself in even more drama. Thank you for calling. This is Rookie Firm. Takizawa from the System Development Department, taking your call. This is Sakura from MoniRobo Corp. What? Sakura? Oh, Sotaro, it's you. We thank you for your continuous support? What's with all this formality? Well, MoniRobo Corp and Rookie Firm have a business cooperation contract that has been intact for a long time. Also, we're still under working hours, so... Oh yeah? Well, whatever. You're just another client to us. Man, he never changes. Does he act like this in front of everybody? Yeah, so are you done with the stuff I asked you for? Stuff? Updates on the new system development project that we're working on together? Look, I wouldn't be calling you like this if I wasn't concerned. If it's about that project, sir, my boss should have reported back to you. What did you say? We're under emergency maintenance due to a sudden system error. What? And it's a problem that we've never seen before. We need time to sort things out and create a new manual in case things like this happen again. We've communicated with MoniRobo Corp already. They gave us 3 extra days to work on the project. Seriously? All of the members of our system development team are working to fix the system error. If all goes well, we can resume our normal work in 2 days. I don't care. Excuse me? Well, I didn't hear about this. Mr. Sakura? I don't care about your end of the story. I expect things exactly as scheduled. You have to wait, as I told you. Nuh-uh, I can't hear you. What's wrong with him in this tantrum? I told you last time we met that I'm ranked pretty high in my office, right? Right. Now, do you want to know what it's like when you anger me? But Mr. Sakura, just as I explained to you, we already received permission from MoniRobo Corp that— Shut up! You just have to do what I tell you to do, like a stupid dog, for all I care. I am very, terribly sorry. Sotaro, you really don't know much about the corporate world, do you? Excuse me? Of course you don't. Poor commoners who move out to the countryside are just a bunch of dumb freaks. With all due respect, sir, I don't think that comment is related to our work in any way. Excuse me? Us, Rookie Firm, and MoniRobo Corp have maintained a very healthy business relationship for over a decade. I don't think bringing out the background or upbringing of any company worker to the discussion table could be deemed appropriate. Are you trying to fight me? Is that what this is? No. I'm just trying to point out to you that we should separate work matters and topics that surround our private life, and that— Excuses! I'm trying to leave work on time here, okay? I am deeply sorry for inconveniencing you, but I think it's best if you could take a look at the reports that your boss has sent us. Ugh, no way! I hate doing anything unproductive, you know. I felt that Sakura's personality had deteriorated even more compared to his high school days. The more I talked to him, the more memories from back then came back up. Even when I told my high school class that I would be moving out of town, Sakura spouted lies about my story. Things like my parents divorcing, or that my dad got laid off from work, and our families falling apart. Just one lie after another. While I was just taken aback at how self-absorbed of a man he was, Sakura said something that almost felt like a bombshell. You better know your place, or else I'll call the police and tell them that you were actively involved in human trafficking. Excuse me? Please don't! It's almost like winning a huge amount at the lottery to be able to marry a beautiful foreigner. They're all lies. Now this is getting out of hand. I can sue you for defamation. Jeez, don't get angry because I'm telling the truth. It's a miracle enough that a guy like you made it to Rookie Firm, but to buy off a woman at a low price? You're just scum. Do not speak ill of my wife like that, especially when it's not true. Ooh, someone's angry. Get some more calcium. This little shit. Yeah, whatever. Just get those updates turned in ASAP. Mr. Sakura, we're not done talking yet! Mr. Sakura! He hung up on me, and I let out the biggest sigh. I had the whole conversation recorded just in case, but I doubted Sakura would actually go out of his way to call the police. Oh, how wrong I was. I somehow made it back home, crashed onto the living room sofa, and slept like a log. The next morning— Yes, I'm sorry for causing all of this trouble. I have the conversation fully recorded. This is all my fault. I don't know how to apologize about this. I'll be at the office after lunch. Please excuse me.
Good morning, honey.
Good morning, Aya.
You slept in the living room. Lahito was crying all night because he said you weren't here.
I'm really sorry about yesterday.
Were you on the phone with someone? It's still very early in the morning.
It was my boss. He works with me at the systems management office.
It sounded very serious.
Apparently there was an anonymous fax message sent to the office this morning. Stuff like, I bought a young woman with my money, and that I forced her to have kids with me.
Huh? Is that talking about me?
I think it's Sakura.
But why would he do this? This is horrible.
Long story short, to deal with the trouble that happened last night, we asked Sakura's company to extend the due date for this project that we were working on. I don't know. I think he just didn't like it.
We got together because we loved each other. Nobody should be bringing personal beef to the workplace.
I just think he was jealous.
Jealous? But he hasn't even seen you in like 9 years.
Back in high school, I do remember him picking on me a lot.
I see.
Even when I moved out of town because of family reasons, he just thought that I was a poor, good-for-nothing dummy and just ran with it.
He's the worst. I just want to slap him.
It's okay. Calm down.
I feel so bad for you. Just when you were able to come home to get rest, you got a call from the office.
The manager was kind enough to let me take the morning off. I'm gonna get a bit more sleep.
Then be sure to sleep on the bed this time.
Yep.
I'll be in the kitchen if you need anything.
The manager must have had it rough last night, but I'm really grateful for him, letting me get a bit more rest at home. When I peeked in the kids' room, Lihito was fast asleep in his bed. I softly whispered, "I'm sorry, buddy boy," patted his little head, and headed towards the main bedroom. I can deal with Sakura later, but for now, sleep. The moment my head hit the pillow, I was out. I am so sorry. Manager Yamamoto, please raise your head. All accountability lies on my shoulders. Hey, you! Get over here and apologize too! I'm sorry. Why do I need to apologize so sincerely like this? Both my wife and I went through a lot of stress because of the facts you sent us. Even the project deadline. You weren't checking the updates, right? I heard everybody else was aware. But that's... It seems that Sakura never checked his emails during his work hours. I've told him numerous times at meetings, but... He completely blanked out, I see. You are exactly right, sir. I bet he just has attitude problems at work. I'm just as shocked as you are, Mr. Takizawa. I am so terribly sorry. I consider the facts as defamation, as it directly attacks my wife and me. We're speaking with our lawyers and considering taking things to court. Understood. What? Come on, manager! You don't have to act like that in front of Sotaro! I am ashamed of you! You don't have enough self-awareness as an employee of MoniRobo Corp! But I'm not lying! It's all true and... Excuse me? My wife is here with me today! The audacity! I wanted you to come around to apologize yesterday, but you weren't at the office. That's why we moved it for today. You're always so arrogant! Right back at you. Did you really need to bring your girl along with you? She has every right to be here with us today. She wants a direct apology from you too, and we have all the permission needed. Ha! I bet you can't do anything alone, huh?
I've had enough.
The day after we received the fax letter, Sakura and his boss came over to our office. However, it was plain as day that Sakura had no idea he was in trouble. And then, Aya finally snapped. Everybody, including me, was taken aback. Aya snapped in Japanese, and then proceeded to endlessly yell at Sakura in German. Sakura was so surprised, he fell on his own butt and slumped to the floor. My wife and I met at university in Germany, got married as students, and had a baby boy there. I've explained this to Mr. Sakura numerous times, but he would never listen and continued harassing us. It would be an understatement to say this is unacceptable. 9 years ago? So you really used to live in Germany? Yes. I always thought you were just a boring loser. You intentionally pick on people that seem lower than you. And you relentlessly bully them. You're the worst. But you never argued back! That's not permission to do as you please. I just ignored you because it felt like a waste of time. You're better than me? My wife works from home as a full-time professional translator, and we live comfortably. Damn it! As MoniRobo Corp, the reason why we were able to grow into such a big corporate company is actually thanks to Rookie Firm. Huh? Rookie Firm was founded before us, and even our company presidents are seniors and juniors in their experiences. When MoniRobo Corp was on the verge of failing, we were saved by Rookie Firm. We will never forget the kindness you had. Is that so? You're not aware of your company's history? I vaguely remember the story from orientation, I think. How can you be so shameless to think that a man like you works for MoniRobo Corp? Manager Yamamoto, if I see that Mr. Sakura is truly sorry, we'll accept that as it is. Also, if you're willing to take responsibility... Of course. We will discuss our punishment for Sakura with the president. What? What do you mean? Don't think you can just stay at the company unscathed. It's not like you're gonna fire me. You're not just getting fired. You're getting a disciplinary discharge. Anything but that! Getting a new job will become a nightmare. I bet you were raised in a lukewarm environment. You mustn't know what it's like to work your ass off for something. I think it's about time you learned a lesson. I'm sorry, I apologize, so please forgive me! We'll have a formal investigation at a later date. I bet it's not just Mr. Takizawa who has dealt with your nonsense. No! It's Mr. Takizawa and his spouse that you should be apologizing to. Soltaro, I'm really sorry. You've got to forgive me. All I can say is that I want you to receive appropriate punishment. I don't want to see you ever again in my lifetime. Let's leave the rest to Manager Yamamoto and our lawyer. Is that okay for you?
Mm-hmm.
If you'll excuse us then, Manager Yamamoto. Goodbye, Sakura. Just forgive me, please! At a later date, the president of MoniRobo Corp was rightfully enraged and fired Sakura as a disciplinary discharge on the spot. It was also revealed that Sakura had been using company funds to go on scandalous vacations. And the woman was his boss's wife? Overall, he was acting inappropriate everywhere he went. Maybe he was headed to one of his secret affair travels when we met at the airport. After being suspected of embezzling company funds for personal use, Sakura had crazy amounts of money that had to be paid to his boss for compensation, also repaying all of the money he took from the company. He became homeless after he was out of jail, and one day, he would smash out luxury car windows to steal anything he could sell to buy himself a rice ball. But then found out that the car belonged to, let's just say, a very shady group of people. Nobody can actually tell if he's well and alive at this point.
Lehito, did you have fun racing with Dad?
Yeah, I'm number one because Daddy was with me.
Good for you. I'll be sure to run with you next year.
Look, Mommy, it's the gold medal because I'm a winner.
That's such a pretty gold medal.
You and Daddy both worked hard, right?
That's gonna be my best treasure.
Let's take a break and get our lunchboxes out.
Lehito, let's do the thank you for the meal together, okay? Put your hands together.
Thank you for the meal.
It would be an understatement to say a lot has happened since we moved to Japan. But now I have time to take some days off to attend Lihito's school events. Watching him doing his best at sports day, I was so happy the whole day, I couldn't stop smiling. Our new life in Japan has only just begun. I look forward to working even harder from now on to make sure my whole family can live a bright and happy life.